Olá, hermanos! Hoje é dia de falar com o Swansea e dar um descanso pra Dorothy, creio. Então, deixa eu olhar aqui. Não. O que eu preciso de soro pra essa galera aqui? Vamos lá. Tratamento, na real. Não, aqui é quest. Aqui é tratamento. Preciso de um tratamento pra fadiga pra esse cara aqui. Eu preciso dar um passeio nesse distrito e conversar com a galera lá. Preciso de tratamento fadiga, fadiga, fadiga. Puta merda. 4 tratamentos pra fadiga. Quatro tratamentos pra fadiga. Tá. 4 tratamentos pra fadiga. Enxaqueca, nevralgia e anemia. E resfriado. Ah, acho que não tem pra tudo isso não. Vamos lá. Fadiga. Fadiga. Beleza. Bronquite eu tenho 1. Anemia eu tenho 1. Resfriado eu tenho 1. Pneumonia eu tenho 1. Nevralgia eu não tenho. Preciso de ópio. Será que eu não tenho pra fazer scrap aqui? Não, acho que é. Ô caralho. Ô caralho. Aqui. Preciso coletar ópio. Que porra, mano. Tá, vamos falar com o Swansea que tá do lado aqui. Tippets, Icrods, não. Não tem nada pra pegar de novo essas coisas. Acho que tá gravando? Tá gravando? O som tá vindo? Tá tudo funcionando aqui. Dá uma olhada aqui. Nem tinha checado se tava gravando.
God protect us. You got a leech in the hospital.
Yes,
Quem é esse
my
cara?
hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song.
Quem é
You're
esse
a
maluco?
woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Nada pra roubar aqui. Quem era aquele maluco
What
ali?
happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Ninguém notará alguns corpos a mais. A confiança precisa ser recuperada.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones.
A que denunciou toda a corrupção ali.
Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Ah, aquilo é a sujeira. Não estou preparado pra única. Sou a sua única esperança outra vez. Conte com a minha ajuda, vai.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know this place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, Tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Ai. Eles não estão tão equivocados.
Well, they are not far wrong. The hospital is almost crawling with vampires.
McCullum is a fanatic. The guard will stop at nothing. You don't
Será que
know
ele
what
colheu o
they're
verde ali,
capable
então?
of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Acabe com a selvageria de Sean. Será que eu vou ter que matar o cara? Contra Sean Hampton nas docas de SN. Tá, mas eu preciso de ópio primeiro para fazer
Sean
um tratamento.
Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Onde é que eu tenho que ir pra investigar aquilo ali? Será que é lá por fora? Aqui, ó.
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
Eu não entendi porra nenhuma. Queria tirar a própria vida. Não está infectado pela gripe espanhola. Tá, o cara é suicida, então por isso que a mãe tá sempre cuidando dele ali.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
Perguntas pessoais. Por que tentando te matar?
Your mother had you hospitalized here because you tried to kill yourself.
Yes, it's true.
All right then. This is the first time we've really shared information about your case. Shall we call this progress?
Call it what you want, Dr. Reed.
You can
Confia em mim,
trust me.
desgraça.
I won't report you to the authorities. My one and only concern is your health.
I guess I should thank you then.
Can I help you in any way, Mr. Goswick?
I wrote a letter for my mother. She was supposed to read it after
Após cometer
my
suicídio.
death. But I suppose she doesn't have to read it now.
I see. And is this letter still near the place where you tried to take your own life?
Yes. And I don't want anyone reading my last words. I mean, I'm still here. If you bring me back that letter, then perhaps we'll talk.
I have to go now, sir. But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Tá. Garanto que deve ser na região lá do ópio. A mãe tá com fadiga. Ocorreu um evento desconhecido em Whitechapel. Ah, tinha dado um remédio à mãe dele. Esqueci que animal.
Miss, please, I feel sick.
It seems the Frewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
Carta dobrada.
In this letter, Mortimer Goswick does nothing to hide his desire to die. I could give it to his mother, but doing so would betray his trust. It's locked.
Que legal, tem a possibilidade de entregar pra ele ou pra mãe. Eu vou entregar pra ele. Que porra é essa aqui embaixo?
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ópio, muito bom. Que merda. O teclado tá com problema, ele tá andando sozinho aqui. Tá, vamos lá. Por que tá tentando arrombar aquela porta? Esse cara é sempre um problema. Saco. Vamos sugar o sangue. Eu já tô perdido.
Cross the leads, boys!
Tá. Ai. Vocês ainda estão se encontrando aqui embaixo. Deixa eu aproveitar que eu já vim pro caminho errado. Deixa eu já resolver a coisa dela aqui.
Good evening, Doctor.
Do you require...
Do you know?
Dar remédio.
Despite what you think about this place, I can...
Well, at least your reputation.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Perfeito.
Good evening, Mr.
I'm okay.
I have retrieved your letter, Mr. Goswick. I can assure you that nobody read it but me.
Thank you. This is for you, then. For your help.
I think you should talk to your mother. It would be good for both of you.
Também acho. Ó, 100 shillings. Tá, vamos dizer que
I've
eles
read
são
your
perto.
letter, Mortimer. You wrote about an
There's nothing more to say, really. It's a...
Desejo é uma ferramenta mortal, a dor é uma ferramenta valiosa.
The world is bleak, but maybe the pain we feel is the best compass for making it a better place.
How can we repair the world, Dr. Reed, when mankind is the biggest problem? Yes, the world would be a much better place
Meu
when
Deus.
we're gone.
What can you tell me about?
I
I have to go now, sir.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening.
Shift never ends.
Sobre os últimos
What can you
acontecimentos
tell
no
me
local.
about the recent commotion?
It's a disgrace. How on earth?
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswell.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening.
And good evening to you.
Can you tell me anything about the recent commotion in the hospital?
I'm sure it was not your fault, Dr. Reed.
My fault? What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I heard it was you who brought the murderer inside our walls. But you couldn't know, could you?
Caralho, mano.
Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Não, eu vim aqui encher o
Please.
saco.
I heard Miss Jones call for help from her bedroom. There were some loud noises, like people fighting. All of a sudden, it went quiet. And then a nurse started screaming.
Do you know who the nurse was?
Not sure, but I think it was Nurse Hawkins.
Goodbye for now.
Always knew the words to
Vamos começar com a enfermeira Hawkins.
As for me,
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
What can you tell me about the recent commotion in the hospital?
Everybody's afraid. Death has always been a frequent visitor. But murder? How can we cope with that?
As a nurse at this hospital, it is your duty to deal with these things as best you can.
Yeah. Until it's my turn to have blood spread all over the walls. I entered the room first, Dr. Reed. I've seen what that monster did to the woman.
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
Os pacientes
But you're
precisam
doing
crescer.
something important here. For all the patients who need your help.
We save lives, sure. Each time we send a cured patient home, it's a relief beyond words. But since the epidemic, I feel so powerless.
Quer ser mais
What
útil.
steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
Enquanto meu
And what
dom.
about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Que papinhos bestas. Pipa e Milton são um casal, lá 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 lá. Pipa está cansado, quer ser demitido do hospital Pembroke. Clay Cox, fadiga.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Every street corner. The daily routine.
E tu, vampirinha, por que tu não fez nada?
Doctor,
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent commotion here?
Many things can happen under cover of night, Dr. Reed. But I took no part in this massacre.
But did you see or hear anything?
I can't say I did. But the smell of fresh blood almost made me faint, Doctor.
Conte-me sobre Thomas Elwood.
Why do you feel so attached to Mr. Elwood?
Esqueci o carinha que tá do outro lado ali da casa queimada.
I'm not sure, Doctor. I think we have a bond of some sort. We've both suffered so much. He's the only mortal I find interesting.
Do you plan to make him a vampire too?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not that cruel, Doctor.
Would you say you and Mr. Elwood are romantically involved?
No. No, Thomas is a delicate soul. Even though he disguises it. But I am not the woman he needs.
Claro.
No, for I am a vampire, Doctor.
I'll leave you, Mistress of the Dark.
Vamos continuar brincando de pombinho.
Good evening, Mr.
Evening, Doctor.
Can you tell me anything about recent events at the hospital?
Before the shouts and the noises, I think I heard whispers coming from the stairs. 2 voices.
Did you recognize the voices? What did they say?
I couldn't hear. Sounded like they were arguing or something.
Eu vou lá interrogar.
Goodbye for...
A chefa dos vampiros.
On every street corner.
I have wasted too much energy.
Deixa eu conversar com essa aqui.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
What can you tell me about the recent events in the hospital?
That Mr. Hampton killed Miss Jones in her room, then ran away.
And did you see all this?
No. I was working by the tents when it all happened. I only entered the room when they asked me to clean up the blood.
Ó, os credores cobrando dívidas. Onde está o corpo da senhorita Jones?
Where is Miss Jones's body?
I don't know. I'd imagine the morgue. It all happened so quickly.
Did you
Acho que vale a
see
pena ir
Sean
no
Hampton
necrotério.
leave the hospital?
I think I saw a silhouette exiting the hospital gates after the shouting started. At first I thought it was someone who was just scared, but well, maybe it was him.
Tá, então eu acho que eu vou agora no necrotério.
Goodbye, nurse.
Ah não, tem que interrogar a mulher aqui. Opa, fui pro lado errado. Ah, é os pombinhos.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
Do you know that Nurse Hawkins is thinking of leaving?
Metendo na vida das
That's not a
pessoas.
surprise. We've talked about it already.
Does it not bother you?
Sometimes I think she may be right. We should run away while we can.
É, já que a doença tá matando todo mundo
Where
mesmo.
can we go? Where is it safe?
What can you tell me?
Someone killed Miss Jones in her room, and Mr. Hampton's gone missing. Doesn't take a genius to piece it together.
You don't seem shocked by any of this.
Why should I be? Whoever did this must be long gone by now. And besides, he got rid of the old bag.
I'd like to see...
Wise choice, Doc.
O que tem de bom pra ver aqui? Parece que continua mesmo. Acho que tem que ver ali o que eu preciso pra construir outra arma.
I cannot believe my...
Podemos compartilhar a refeição. Sou em parte responsável. Eu não sei o que responder.
Yes, And I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the Skal, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent. For there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
Você já matou essa mulher?
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I vowed a very long time ago that I would never take another life. Unless they ask.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital.
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Tá. Vamos lá sobre a litania, não, a máscara deles.
I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
What more can you tell me about him?
Ele era enorme.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate.
Era mesmo, era um animal.
I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
Tá, o que é Ascalon? Vamos lá, filha, fala de uma vez.
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain and exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Tá, Ascalon é um clã, pensei que era como se fosse a máscara deles.
Thank you, Miley.
Ai, tanto lugar pra ir, puta merda. Vamos lá pegar os trecos lá pra dor de cabeça antes que me esqueça, pessoal. Ah, aprendi aqui como é que troca, ó. Não é tão forte não esse revólver. Essa porta abriu aqui. Ela não existia antes. Propriedade abandonada. Tá, se eu tiver como, dá pra eu pegar e ficar pulando de casa em casa. Acho que eu já vi aqui assim. Carta de apelo. Alguém morreu bem morto ali naquela cama ali, pelo amor de Deus. Não é nada aqui. Tem que lembrar dos lugares onde eu passo pra não ficar rodando em círculos, mas pelo menos ganhei um XPzinho. Pelo amor de Deus, que não tenha briga de novo aqui. Saco, eu vim no caminho errado aqui nessa casa francesa. Nem precisava vir pra cá. Ô, inferno. Vou chegar às 200 mil horas de jogo nisso aqui, né? Só faz cagada e ando no lugar errado. Eu acho que era o Final Fantasy VII. Levei 100 horas pra virar ele. Ah, não! Legal, também acordou, ó. Anel, frasco de vidro. Mais período se foi aqui. Tá, aqui é a rua da igreja.
Malevolence and trickery.
Joey
You
Peterson.
again?
Can I offer you?
Keep your medicines for...
There is a
Pega
thin
o
line
remédio.
between pride and stupidity, sir. Please take this medication. You'll feel better.
All right. I'll take it then. It's not like I don't appreciate the gesture.
How did you become the local bully everyone is afraid of, Joe?
There's no pride in roughing up poor bastards. But this is the only job I've found. And it pays well too.
A job? So you're racketeering for someone else?
I got enlisted by the Wet Boot Boys, a gang from the docks. I'm their muscle for their dirty work.
Tá, vamos
You
apoiar o menino.
survive at any cost, even at the expense of others. Perhaps that's just the law of nature.
I don't care what you think, sir. I do what I have to do for my own reasons. And that's that.
I'm not sure Mr. Lewis would agree with your by all means necessary philosophy, sir.
Oh, do you really think he's the poor victim here? Barrett can be as sneaky as anyone. Long ago, I even called the bastard my best friend.
Resfriado. Loretta Somborn. Joey Peterson.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Fancy bar.
You never...
Saudável.
Right then.
Preciso de ópio, 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 ópio. Codeína, que legal. Comprar mais de um. Queria saber quantos que eu tenho desses aqui antes de ficar comprando. Ah, me dá tudo aqui. E ó. Preciso de uma casinha agora. Ah, tem os meus marcadores ali, ó. Será que já tem culhão pra enfrentar ela? Cadê o outro? Tá bem mais fraco agora. foi tão horrível. Deu. Ah! Aquela mulher me deu um couro na última vez. Vamos lá. Ainda tá me dando. Olha tudo que ela recuperou. Não tem mais munição. O nível dela tá 24. Esse bagulho é uma merda. Olha tudo que tirou da minha vida. Olha o gancho que ela me deu. Ah, não. Ela vai me matar ainda? Chave pequena. Vocês estão ouvindo os barulhos que tá dando lá embaixo? Chave pequena. Tratamento para cefaleia. Frasco de vidro. Vale médico. Diário ensanguentado. Vale médico. Que dá direito a uma consulta médica grátis. Ergotomina, ópio. Olha quantas coisas eu ganhei. Parece que tá cheio de gente aqui embaixo. Acho que não tem muitos outros. Que pena, a mulher parecia ser boa. Eu queria saber quem transformou ela em vampiro. Tá, deixa eu remover esse marcador aqui.
All your problems, as long as you have the money.
Good evening.
Surely you're...
Esse cara me odeia.
Goodbye, Mr.
Tem razão. Aqui tá o esconderijo. Vamos fazer os tratamentos lá. Tá, vamos de novo. Eu preciso de um para resfriado, um para enxaqueca, nevralgia. É isso aí. Enxaqueca. Nevralgia. Ah, acabei de ganhar um ali. Tá. Acho que deu, é só sair distribuindo mesmo. Ah, deixa eu ver o que eu preciso pra melhorar a arma. Tá nível 2 essa bosta. Aumenta o dano causado em 10%. Vamos botar esse vampirismo aqui. Preciso de componente bom de empunhadura. E pra arma, pra aumentar ela. Se eu não me engano, o cara tinha vendendo componente bom de empunhadura ali. Que bom que o meu cara... Bom, ele era do exército, né? Ia dizer que bom que ele sabe melhorar armas, mas... Acho que esse tipo... Vou chamar até de manutenção, né? Nem melhorar. Resfriado.
Good evening.
Vamos lá.
You look ill.
I have no...
Well,
Dar remédio.
take this remedy, but be discreet. It may damage your business otherwise.
Thank you.
Perguntas pessoais, requer uma pista.
Have you any...
It seems her dispense...
É, não tem mais o que conversar mesmo.
I'd like to see what...
Codeína. Ópio. Tá mais caro o ópio dela, hein? Que vaca! Acabei de dar um tratamento para resfriado, vagabunda. Benjamin Palmer. Nevralgia.
I'm afraid not.
Aqui continua tudo igual.
You don't seem well.
Always.
I can try to help your body
Beleza.
heal, sir. But you must stop destroying it.
The war destroyed me.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make
Beleza.
a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
Então tá. De novo aqui. Vamos ver quem mais tem. Tá em recuperação, tá em recuperação. Mason Swanborn. Recuperação. Albert Palmer, fadiga. Albert Palmer e Mason Swanborn. Quem é o Mason Swanborn? Albert Palmer. Mason Swanborn. Vamos usar esse aqui pra coordenar melhor. Aqui é a casa do Darius Petresco. Não, pra cá eu vou encontrar treta. Ah, pra cá eu também vou encontrar treta. Onde é que tá a igreja? Comerciante. Aqui tá a igreja. E reto, dobrar na segunda à esquerda. Pat Lewis, Joy Peterson. Harry Peterson. Opa. Padre maluco. Camélia. Eita. Carro ofuscado. Tinha que ter como rastrear uma pessoa. Será que não tem? Benjamin Palmer, Albert Palmer. Tá, esse aqui porventura tem como rastrear. Recupere a caixa de Bauer Barrett Lee. Só pode fazer uma por vez.
Daily routine. Unable to see the true horror around you.
Vamos rezar que isso aqui esteja me levando pra ele. Encontre alguém que saiba ler braille. Ah! É o cara que mora ali em cima. É só putaria. Pensei que ia parar ele. Diz que você vai morrer agora com esse dano. Perfeito. Ah, eu esqueci de comprar um componente de empunhadura bom, cara. Vou bater na casa do cara aqui.
Good evening, sir. It's me again.
Leave me alone, I say, whoever you are.
All right.
Sem enfeitiçar nível 3 eu não consigo. Fuck, mano! Bom. Já sei que aquele não dá.
And trickery.
Criaria as outras coisas.
We have to
to stop it.
Que é isso? Isso, briguem entre vocês. Um lobisomem matou o cara da Priu, hein? Vai ser nível 10. Parabéns por ter coragem de morder um bicho desse tamanho. Eu não teria. Na volta. Estojo de cigarros. Ah, já não peguei, eu quero pegar. Machadinha usada. Que legal.
This could be the box Lewis thought he lost. There's a letter inside.
Deixa eu ver essa machadinha aqui. 65 de dano. E ela tá no nível 3. Acho que vale a pena. Vale a pena dar uma olhada nela depois. Foi onde eu caí. Estojo de cigarros. Vai me dar fragmentos de metal. Olha onde é que eu saí. O que é esse marcador que eu tô procurando? Recupere a caixa de Barrett Lewis. Ah, sério que eu não recuperei? Tá, antes que eu me esqueça. Componente empunhadura bom. Comum de empunhadura. É, não tem. Fuck, maldito! Pô, tô com 2k de XP ali. Será que tem que olhar dentro da caixa? Isso é falta de educação, mas tudo bem. Onde é que vai? Onde é que vai? Bem, não é um jeito fácil de dizer isso, então podemos continuar assim. Pelo menos eu não posso continuar assim. Se o Joe descobrir a verdade sobre nós, sua esposa e melhor amigo, ele ficará arrasado. Ele vai matá-lo. Tivemos um momento juntos, portanto estou no ponto que isso é o fim agora. Lá, lá, lá. Decisão, tenho certeza que você e Joe encontraremos uma maneira de sermos felizes. De novo, e a parte mais importante dessa história ter sido preservada. Até lá, espero que você me perdoe. Por enquanto, adeus. Jane Peterson.
A love letter from Joe Peterson's wife addressed to Barrett Lewis. Who should I give it to, I wonder?
E aí? Devolver a carta para Barrett Lewis ou para Joe Peterson? Quem é Barrett Lewis? Das chantagens de Joey. Barrett e Joey já foram grandes amigos. Teve um caso com a esposa de John Peterson. Joe Peterson. Ai, caralho. Deixa eu ler de novo essa cara. Barrett. Jane Peterson. Então, a mulher do Joey teve um caso com o Barrett. Aqui tá o Barrett. Cara, eu acho que ele vai matar o amigo. Ai, ai. Vou devolver pro Barrett. Devolver pro Barrett. Onde é que eu encontro ele agora? Joey Peterson. Barrett Lewis.
Fancy buying?
You never look.
Essa caixa é sua.
I found this box in an abandoned.
Let's have a look.
I suppose.
Luck is a commodity round here.
About this package. It's not just tools and trinkets, is it?
I want to.
Joe Peterson. He's the villain here, isn't he? But you seem to know each other.
I've known Joe for years.
What can you tell me about Mr. Peterson?
Colossus Joe was a decent boxer, good one even. But after his wife passed away, he found every excuse to stop training. Just wanted to pick fights with everyone.
Without making excuses for him, it's safe to say that despair can poison even the sanest mind.
We've all had some rough times, haven't we? But most of us don't use our fists to see us through.
Barrett, you had an affair with Jo.
Yeah, I did. She's the only woman I loved. My first regret is that she stayed with Jo after Harry was born. The second is I never shed a tear when she died.
Did you ever try talking to Jo?
Never. But I suspected he knew everything, even with...
Ele tá do teu lado ouvindo tudo, cara.
You're Harry's father.
No one will ever know for sure. And it's better that way. And I don't believe I'd have been all that bad.
What do you know of Harry Peterson?
Harry's a good boy, but he spends most of his time complaining. He's had it tough, all right, but he needs to grow a pair.
What troubles him exactly?
Well, despite being his father's son, almost everything, I think. He never wanted to come to Whitechapel in the first place. Hates this place more than most of us.
Jo?
I've known Jo.
And no one has ever stood up?
Nobody would be fool enough to stand against the wet...
Goodbye for now.
Que viagem. Albert Palmer.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure.
Eu não quero entrar.
Pain and suffering in this world.
Onde é que eu vou encontrar o Albert Palmer?
I'm so sorry.
Ah, eu acho que eu sei, um carinha ficava parado perto de uma... Aqui, ó.
How are you?
I'm not your
Vamos lá.
Do you need a sip?
Please.
There you go. Let's hope nobody steals it from you.
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
Tá, desse distrito aqui então, falta somente o cara que eu não tenho nível 3 de feitiçar pra falar com ele. Clay Cox é o cara que fica na frente do hospital. Dyson Delaney. Tem que começar a cuidar mais daquele outro distrito ali. Ah, como é que eu vou embora daqui agora? Ah, tá cuidando daquele morto de novo. Alguém tem que avisar pra ela que aquele cara morreu, que ela é uma péssima curandeira. Eu consegui evitar uma briga. Caixa de pílulas. Ah, sumiu aquele vampiro loucão que ficava aqui. Super poderoso. Acabou que tem que parar, tem que voltar pra uma coisa chamada trabalho. Que merda. Cadê aquele bosta do Cox?
Miss, please, I feel sick. Get over here now.
É o idiota. É tão inútil que ele só vale 400 XP.
You're lucky to be able
This
to...
place is full of sick.
Consider yourself lucky that I'm treating all...
Don't play the innocent with me.
I'll leave you for now, Mr. Cox.
Esse louco é muito chato. As docas. Vamos lá então.
Watch yourselves. There's one of them.
Pedir, né? Será que não dá pra ir aqui por baixo? Ah, 16? Acho que eu vou ir. Pra cima ou pra baixo? Pra baixo primeiro. Tô ficando tonto. Lugares eu nunca visitei. A porta foi destrancada. Não foi pra aqui onde eu comecei o jogo? Carta de apresentação. Olá, Frank, como vai, meu amigo? Vamos semana passada. Mandei lá pra sua esposa. Wolf Digid. Wolf Digby. Wolf já tentou encontrar um emprego para sair dos botineiros. Oh, Buff again.
Good evening, sir. Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name's Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember him.
Perguntas pessoais. Não, tem que amaciar primeiro.
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets at night?
Devagar.
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are, see?
So you're a concerned criminal, is that it?
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some balls.
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches that feed on despair.
I could kill you.
Vamos fazer amigos.
But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect that.
So?
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer that?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status. Why not tell me who you're working for?
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The wet boot boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
Então tá.
What can you tell me?
Things ain't that bad thanks to us. We give people what they need, and we control this borough.
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Temos uma mulher ali que é uma Edwina Cox. Vou chamar de traficante daqui. Aqui.
I know you're
Agora
looking
sim.
for an honest job, Booth. You're tired of this criminal life, aren't you?
It's just an idea. Edwina loves to run things so much. You can never really leave the gang. Wet boys for life, you know.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cat. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Então tá, obrigado.
Goodbye.
You again. What do you want?
Eu queria fazer um check-up médico. Matar saudável.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Tô vendo que eu tenho que falar com muita gente aqui. Quanto tempo eu tenho? Tá, tenho tempo ainda. Oh, achei a louca.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you...
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
Vamos ver o que tu tem primeiro.
As long as you have money, I'll show you all I have.
Então não tem nada bom aqui, mulher. Para de se gabar.
Good evening.
Hello again.
Hoje
What can you tell me about your work?
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running double shifts.
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
Você é uma mulher implacável.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace their destiny.
Não, não tô interessado.
I'm not interested.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exact.
Por que eu perdi esse kit, cara? Tô com sono já.
What can you tell?
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Você tá
You
falando de
sound
alguém
like you're
específico?
thinking of somebody in particular.
Take the grave diggers of Southwark. They must
Os
pay me every
Vieiros de
week,
Southwark.
but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Tá falando sério? Eu vou cobrar a dívida pra ela.
Really?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence and threats.
Só olhar uma coisinha aqui. Tá, continua gravando.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or
Segunda que tá falando de
something.
santo triste.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Que mulher doida. Vamos lá. Edwina Cox. Edwina pode estar apaixonada por Buffy, mas ela é a verdadeira líder da gangue. Buffy pode estar apaixonada por Edwina, mas ela é a verdadeira líder da gangue. Vamos encher o saco. Tava botando o mouse. Vamos brincar de pombinho. Sobre o homem que você matou.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
Ninguém se importa.
Don't you see it's an endless spiral? One day it will be you who will be stabbed, or shot, or worse.
That's what my sweet Edwina always says, that one day I'll get it too. But she says it with the most beautiful smile, my Edwina.
Por que você não se casa? Para de encher o saco.
Pleasure, sir. Been a while since we've seen any new faces round here.
Olha o ratinho aí.
Good evening,
Olha um
sir.
destino cidadão da Night.
Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed.
Deus, que lugar de gente
Ask
chata.
you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Requer uma pista, requer uma pista.
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
Ela está incomodada com alguma coisa?
Upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
What can you tell?
A shithole filled with mag.
Are you thinking about someone in particular?
No. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little
Odeio
shitbag
todo
niggas.
mundo. Cara dos meus.
Is there
Todo
no
mundo
one
pro
who
inferno.
deserves your leniency then?
Well, Tom from my local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trunk.
Any chance you can help me find Sean Hampton?
The sad saint. Why would you talk to that cunt?
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watts will gladly answer you.
Segundo que tá mandando pro
Goodbye,
Tom
mister.
Watts. Tyson Delaney. Eu tinha conversado com esse cara.
Good evening, sir. Don't you recognize me?
Ah, tá, na taverna.
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Não. Começa tomando uma droguinha.
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake too.
Vamos lá.
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure, I wanted things to change. To really change, and to change for good.
Todo mundo quer quando é jovem.
The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Você era um idealista?
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believe that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
Na época o pessoal ainda acreditava na anarquia. Conte-me sobre sua
I
juventude
want to
anarquista.
know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
What do you do for a
faz a
living,
vida?
Mr. Delaney?
I drink. Drink in the morning
Agora tô
and at
feliz também
noon.
pra
I
esquecer,
drink at
quando
night,
eu devo para
and
comemorar.
then I drink some more.
Quando não é nenhum motivo pra beber, eu encho a cara de bebida até vomitar.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning.
É, eu
at
não
noon,
posso trabalhar de manhã,
drink
porque eu
at
tô bebendo
night.
de tarde e eu tô bebendo também.
Why do you drink?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am, Doc.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could
O
find
santo
him?
triste.
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint.
Tom
Try
Watts.
asking Tom Watts about him.
Goodbye. Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious
Não, o cara aquele
activity
do
or
hospital.
strange events recently?
And what do you define as a
No.
strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Tá, vamos falar sobre os vampiros. Sobre o seu
So-
trabalho.
How exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Como identificar um vampiro?
A vampire.
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Can I help?
E aí, aquele cara lá que eu não
Actually, yes.
consigo entrar na
I
casa.
plan to put up posters
Será que
to alert the population
realmente
to the vampire
eu
threat.
obedeço
Are you
ao
asking
tabu?
me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
What can you tell?
Did you hear about what happened to
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Have you heard of
tu não entrou pra Garda de Brewing?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
E tu não quer entrar pra guarda?
Tempted to join the guard yourself.
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions
Ah, eu
are
tinha que ter ido
good,
no
but people who
necrotério,
sleep
cara.
there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Maybe
Quem poderia achar?
Go and chat with
Tom Watts.
Goodbye.
Sim.
He didn't deserve this.
The epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir.
You remember me?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tá ótimo.
How is... Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered...
Acho que eu já perguntei pra ele.
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north.
Tá muito ruim, ele tá entrando o mouse na tela ali.
Where is it?
It's it.
Where is it?
É só aquilo ali de papo mesmo.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Então tá.
I should have offered a drink to the boy. Be he cursed or not, he's just another
Vou fazer o seguinte. Tem um esconderijo aqui. Desde o início do jogo eu não mexo nele. Vou salvar aqui. 2000. Com certeza. Agora que eu aprendi a... Aumenta seu vigor. Eu não sei o que está acontecendo, só um pouquinho. Deu. Não. Bolsa médica. Carregar 3 soros. Mais bala. Vou carregar mais munição. Só entendo que eu devo comprar isso com XP, né? Mas tudo bem. Tá só o louquinho doente ali. Harvey Fiddick tá com fadiga. O Aykroyd tá com fadiga. Ah. Resfriada, desgraçada. Nitercote com resfriado também. 2 que ficam andando durante a noite. Meu Deus. Seymour Fishburne. Então tá. Bom, povo, era isso. Brigadão. Aquele abraço. Até mais.